Scrappy Peeps. This is Lisa from the Cherry on Top at Creative Design Studio. I'm here to show off a cuttable slash template from the Creative Design Studio shop that you can find at Design Bundles. I'm pulling in a neat little free kit from the sweet shop and we're gonna just scrap up this template to show you how you can use these cuttables. With the pack, there is a cuttable where all of this black is merged and it's in one layer. That's how most of it is. That's how the PNG is. That's how the SVG is. It's all the black stuff is on one layer there. And it's all merged together. And this particular image that you're looking at, as you can see over on the side, is a template in layers. You get all of that when you purchase the Brighter Days cuttables. You get the templates and cuttables, so you can go for some serious customization. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this in. And I want that to be my background paper, I think. That is a very cool background. All right, it's being stubborn. Let's go right click and we'll just send to the back. And then I always simplify those layers because it makes the files a lot smaller. Now, if you look here in my gallery, you'll see that there are not any solid papers. So we're going to go back in there and we're going to do some cool stuff with that. But let me go ahead and pull in these clouds. You could pull some papers in over the clouds or do the other trick I'm going to show you, where you could use clouds. I was just going to test to see if her little clouds fit. Yeah, they kind of fit. I don't know if this one will. We could always use the other one too. I'm going to bring it to the front, and we just slide around. I might want the clouds to match, though. I don't know. Maybe I want it the other way. I like the way she colored these. The gradient is pretty neat. And with a little edge. See, we're going to have to make it really big to cover ours. You can always go in and you could delete those too by using the eraser tool if you want. Or we could go, since we're using the template, we could, use the eyeball over there and delete those. Let's see where these are. The clouds, we could delete those clouds too. There's so many things you could do. You could go over those clouds and you can give it a neat felt puffy style if you want. Yeah, maybe I would like it the other way around. Maybe I would like this one. Oopsie. I think I might want it the other way around. This one up here. And then definitely small. That's way too big. I like that it goes over the frame a little bit. That's kind of neat. There we go. And then now, let's maybe take it as far as we can where the black lines are there. It can go over the page too, maybe a little bit bigger. I like it just over the frame. I think that's kind of nifty. Okay, now since there are no solid papers provided with this little free sample, we could just pull out colors from here by using our color picker. Da-da-da-da. I really want the pink shade for sure. And see, we can even play around. I wanted that darker one. Okay, we picked that, and I'm going to click on the layer that I want to make that color. Then go to my paint bucket. All this is left clicking. Okay, and then let's see what other color. This color is much too bright. I'm going to stick with all the lighter pastel colors. Maybe this orange. Nice. Yeah, see, we can really get lots of choices there with the color picker. The color picker is really great. Paint bucket will give your effect sometimes a little bit of an imperfect look sometimes. It can happen, but it's not a big deal, especially when you put in some textures and stuff, which you'll see in just a sec. I was hoping that I might be able to scrounge up some purple. Yeah, it's a little on the bright side. Let's see, though. I just love purple. That's my favorite color. Here we go. Yeah, it's not too bad, really. I like the expanse between the colors in regards to the rainbow. We have to think about what color do we want to use for the black. The black isn't too bad, but I'm not super crazy about that. I'm going to go ahead and choose a texture, because right now it's really flat, right? I just used the paint bucket and it's quite flat. So, ooh, I even like that basic one. If you just notice, it's just a little bit texture. I kind of dig that. And of course, the heavier looking the textures, the darker they become. You see how the colors change? That one's not bad either. That one's okay. I think I'm going to like that first one the best. And these you hardly see. Look at this one. It's pretty cool too. I'm using textures from Karen Schultz Designs. Ooh, I might like the ones with a little bit richer texture. Let's see. We'll compare that one and that one. Now I'm going to take the richer texture. Like I said, be careful when you use your textures. As you can see, this purple got a lot darker. So it often changes the colors. And now I still am debating what color do I want to do all that. There was a gray shade that we picked up. We can play with that and see if we like it. Oh, ooh, that's a green gray. That's kind of interesting. Or we could just, let's see. The black is kind of interesting. It's quite thick. Let's see if we go to the frame. And you can keep the black. That's no problem, of course. We're just playing around and seeing what we want to look best. Oh, no, I actually kind of like that. That's interesting. Okay, we want to add some texture to that too. You can keep the textures the same if you want. You don't have to, of course, but it might add a little bit of more cohesion to it. I think I'd also like some shadows. Maybe we'll play with those later. Let's just get everything colored first. And let's go ahead and see if it's going to look with our bows, if that color's going to look. Even white might look nice. Let's take a look and see. I think I might dig that. I think I might dig it. And we just click on the layer that we want to color and click, click, click away on all the paint buckets. I don't know what it would look like if we got rid of the black. Can we see? Are we going to be terrified? Oh, no, that's not so bad either if you just want to do it like that. And you could always duplicate the layers if you want and move them right into where you want. Okay, of course you see the bottoms, but that's okay. Look, we'll just go and we'll click on these and we'll just make them a little bigger. Use the corners so that you don't totally distort your image. And you can go like that, and then you can just go if you don't like the big black cutout. That's when you use the template, right, peeps? You got to use the template in order to get that effect. I'm going to move this down a little more. Oops, I was hoping I would get the purple and the orange. There we go. Okay, there you go. But you can see when you have the template, the freedom that you have all of a sudden. If you're not really digging those big, thick lines, what I would do, if you don't dig the big, thick lines and you're working with SVG or another format, then go in and use this layered template and change it and make it just the way you want. And then go ahead and revert it to whatever other format you want. Let's take this one step further because I kind of like it without the big thick line there. And then you can see just how versatile these templates are. I would love a yellow maybe, but then I'm going to be out of range. Okay, we'll fix that though. We'll show you. We'll get there. See if we can find a nice yellow. The yellow right now is very orange. Ooh, that's really light. And it goes ROY. So this is the layer that should be yellow. Of course, the texture, we're going to lose a little bit of the texture because of the light color. The lighter your colors are, the harder it is for that texture to show up. Sometimes I even put in a different texture, something even heavier. We could try it and just see what happens, okay? Like here's a really heavy one, I know. But see how it's completely different? That texture at least shows up a little better. It's slightly different. I'm going to stick with it. Otherwise, yeah, you saw that you could hardly even see it. So there we have that. We could leave it like that. All right, I would love to get some shadows here. I think pretty heavy ones might be fun. Some pretty heavy shadows. Now you can do a couple of things. You can go ahead and click on all of your colors of the rainbow and add a shadow if you want. Yeah, that's not too bad. And play with all the shadows and see what you like the best. I'm also using shadows from Karen Schultz Designs. I don't know. I think I like the other one a little better. This one, I thought I liked it a little better. Okay, let's just stick with that one. And now I kind of wish that all of this stuff was down a little bit. It seems a little high. Maybe I want to bring it down. Let's see. Ta-da! Okay, I definitely want a shadow behind this. You could even turn it into a dimensional frame if you want. I'll show you how to do that in just a sec. Just going to use a nice darker paper, a more realistic one. Okay, I'll go to Effects with the left click, and let's go to Bevels. We'll just use the ones right here in Photoshop Elements. And then here, look, you can play. See that nice little bevel? You could give it all these different looks. I think it looks too heavy, honestly. I think all these look really heavy. So I'm probably just going to go back to my regular paper layer. Okay, let's see if we go double click on that. We can get rid of the bevel there, and that way we still have our shadow. If I just right click and delete the layer style, I'll lose my shadow. So I don't want to lose my shadow. Okay, let's take a look and see some of the other elements that are in Jen's kit. In Simple Pleasures designs. Really neat and unique stuff she's got. Oh, she had a word art I thought was so cute. Here, I think it was this one. Or was there another one? Hello Sunshine and Hello Sun. They're both so cute. Oh, I love them both. All right, right click, bring to the front, same as a Pam. And I thought this might be cute if we just put it in there. Now we already got a pretty intense shadow there. Let me just simplify these layers quick. We need to get a nice shadow here too. Something really out there. Make it pop off that page. Boom. There we go. And you could stop there if you want. We could put in a picture. Oh, I wish I would have put in a picture. That might have been cute. That would have been neat to show you how to do that. And then you could take this as far as you want, right? Use any kind of kit or collection. You can use a mix. Some people like to mix and match their kits. I'm not so good at that, I must say. When I try to mix and match, oh boy. I find it looks too busy. I think it's a really awesome skill. And it's one I don't have. I'm really not super awesome at doing that. Simplify, because it makes my files a lot smaller. And then we'll put a shadow like that under there. What's nice about the lighter papers is your shadows don't need to be so dark and so intense. I kind of dig that. Okay, I saw something, a flying thing. Here we go. It's like a moth. I always love little bits that fly. I'm going to bring that to the front. A lot of times with Jen's designs, they have a really neat kind of darker edge to them, but not always. As you can see with this what we're working with right now, you can see that it's obviously not all dark, but it really gives it a nifty little edge, I think, that's a lot different than other designs that you see out there. It's always neat when you come across a designer that gives you something a little special, something different. I like that. I'm the kind of person that doesn't really dig too much busyness. I can deal with a little bit of busy, but you know, my brain is so busy that I like to keep my pages a little bit more simple. Okay, I mean, this really is kind of cute just the way it is right now. You can see how you can use this for all kinds of things. You can use it for just about anything. You can keep going here. We could you scrap until your heart's content, until you have the page just where you want it. But at least I could show you a little bit on how you can work with the template, and then maybe you listen to the suggestion. If you don't really like the big thick black lines, you could go in there and fix all that up and turn it into whatever format you need. That's one of the coolest things about having a template. It's all the flexibility that they give. If you're not working with templates yet, it's something you certainly might want to start doing because of the flexibility. Twist and turn and change colors, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. So you can keep going like this. I would think more than likely I'd want to add a picture. You could put some quotes in here if you want. You could put another little cluster up there if you want. Oh, I forgot a shadow there. Let's get a shadow in somewhere. It's got to be pretty high because this shadow's pretty high. Okay, just a little bit of basics there. I'm going to just show you real quick what I would do if I wanted to put in a picture. Might take me a little bit too much time. Oh wait, I have to put in this other flower. It's so cute. I almost always make the little flowers. That's so cute. So I'm going to simplify. Use those corners so you don't mess up the element. Otherwise, it could look really bizarre. gonna add a shadow by clicking the effects button. Yeah, it's pretty good, I guess. Well, the one underneath is pretty high, so we better go a little higher than the one underneath it, right? If you want to try to keep it a little bit realistic there. Okay, and once again, like I said, I got this little free sampler over at the Sweet Shops Designs. It's really neat when you can go in there and grab some free stuff from the designers you might not know and try out their goodies. Okay, like I said, I'm going to show you how you can get a photo spot ready. I'm just duplicating the background, and I'm going to drag it to the layer where I would like my picture, which is here. If I were going to put in a picture, which I might do. Actually, I think I might want it over the rainbow. Over the rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow, or maybe you want to put it here, or maybe you want it smaller. But yeah, just use this and make it exactly how you want it. Maybe you want it just hanging out here, or maybe you like a photo morning, because I know I have tons of rainbow pictures, but I don't want to waste your time going through my photos trying to find one. I am not the most organized of designers. I think that might make a pretty neat picture spot right there. And then you have all this room here for that, and you might have to amp up your shadows a little bit according to how dark or light your photo is. And then of course, don't forget the little shadow behind it, and that would be it. And that would be just the real quick and easy way to use this template / cuttable found in the Design Bundle shop. Thanks so much for checking out our little video. Happy scrubbing!